Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the UCLA Bruins, taking on last year's national champions, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bruins will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Clemson Tigers offense will have the football first. Using his legs, it's Davidson. At the 35, he's got room. Breaks into the open on the left. Touchdown, Clemson. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the UCLA Bruins offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Leaves it with the running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for a man. It's Iam Aleava. Plucks it out of the air. There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And off from the shotgun. Spins away from the defense. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He'll do it himself. At the 20, he's got space. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, give on the inside. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins! Extra point here will tie the game.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, was expecting him to get it again.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Rice. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Finds his big tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Looking to take a shot. Pulls it in down the middle. It's a seam wide open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, UCLA. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the reasons this offense... exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Running back searching for a hole. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Clemson jumps to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The give to the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Denson. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Finds a tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle. Yeah, and a lot of times in zone.
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. It'll be a draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. A strike downfield. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Myers on the move. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Denson. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He turns it loose to the left. Touchdown, Olsen. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Bruins will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Clemson is quick to the line. To the air, it's Denson. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. They'll immediately call timeout. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
He's got the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Here's a heat. Lets it fly on the move. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bruins.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Davidson. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to scramble. That's it, 5. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And now this offense will take the field again. They'll give it on the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The Bruins are on the move. Gives it on the option. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, UCLA. Excellent pass by the back on the option. The extra point here would tie the game.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides to back and leaves it. At the 35, he's loose. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Dropping back, it's Denson on the move to his left. Now looking to throw back to the middle. He's finally stopped, and not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Scrambling away. Into the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Here's the handoff. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game. I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. To the air. It's Iamaleava. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Matthews. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. So 1st down in the red zone, and this crowd getting behind its defense. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. 1 possession game, getting late, 1st order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 1st downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few 1st downs, walk out with a W.
They'll go with a direct snap. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I like it. Very smart defense. Understanding the clock. Understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep. Breaking on the football. Making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw again. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on Monday.
Turns on the Jets. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. This is what you do in the backyard. You never do it in the middle of the game. It's always final drive, clock winding, got to have a score. Offense down one possession.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Denson. Starting to feel a little pressure. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he missed it. No good. After the miss here in the fourth quarter, still deadlocked. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the move at the 30. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. He'll get rid of it. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe 1 possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. They'll try the run. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd running the red zone. It's Woods. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hit of a mental lapse here in overtime. The field goal is no good. Now the pressure switches to their defense. They've got to get a stop. Nothing to work with as they try to force another round of OT.
And that's just what you couldn't have happen. You can't come away with no points on your first possession. It puts all the pressure, David, on your defense. Now they've got to pitch a shutout here on their opponent's opening possession of OT, or this game is over.
And, man, does it change the complexion now for defense? Because now you got to be aggressive. Because all they need is a field goal to win. They don't have to be aggressive offensively. They can run the football. This defense is going to have to be great and force the kicker into a tough spot.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to him on the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. 3rd and long, and they don't want to move backwards to make sure they have a chance to kick an easy one and win it in OT. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. They'll try to walk it off with a long field goal here in overtime. Right down the middle. The kick is good. A game winner in overtime.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their